Hello, my name is Mara, and welcome to Books Like Whoa. So, today is a challenge for myself because I'm going to try to do a very quick review of probably my favorite book of all time, which is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And the reason I feel like I need to make this quick is that this is a classic. It's not like I'm gonna have anything new or revelatory to bring to the conversation about Jane Eyre. It has been an enduring staple of the English language canon since its publication in the mid-1800s. So I'm not going to be breaking any new ground or telling you anything that you can't learn from other places. But that being said, I can't help but gush a little bit because, like I said, it's my favorite book, and so what I really want to do today is kind of add my voice to the symphony of other voices that have praised this book, and maybe, just maybe, my one extra little note in that symphony will encourage somebody to pick it up. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I love about Jane Eyre, and the reality is I could give you 300 things I love about Jane Eyre, but I'm gonna stick to just 3. The first thing that I love about Jane Eyre is that it is, to my mind, the best coming-of-age novel ever written. So we start with Jane Eyre when she is a young child in her aunt's kind of abusive household, basically, because her parents have passed away. And we follow her all the way through the major kind of turning point decisions that she makes in her journey to become the kind of person that she wants to be. And the reason why, for me, this is the best novel of its type ever written is that I connect so much with kind of the thematic journey that Jane goes on. And really, this is a novel about finding balance, right? That life is neither about complete passion nor complete duty, but that healthy, mature adults live in a balance of both passion and duty. And I think that what this book is trying to get at is that if you allow yourself to be swallowed by either extreme, you yourself will not be happy. It's not just that it's not good for you, it's that you will not be fulfilled if you completely succumb to a life of passion or if you completely succumb to a life of duty. So I think that in that respect, as a coming of age novel, it has just a really important and relevant message, kind of regardless of when you read this, whether it's in 1850 or 2017. The next thing that I love about Jane Eyre is the love story. So I'm a sucker for a good romance, and I know that Rochester is kind of an asshole for most of the book, and actually maybe even at the end, but I can't help it. He was really the first kind of hero in a book that I had a crush on. Like, he was the first book boyfriend I ever had. I just find him so dreamy and so charming. I don't know what that says about the prospects for my own love life, because I don't think I'd want to actually be with a Rochester. But I love the dynamics between Rochester and Jane, how he sees in her something that she can't see in herself, and she sees something in him and calls him to something that he can't see in himself anymore. So what I love is that I think that at the end, both of them have brought out the best in each other, and that is why, spoilers, they can be happy, but I don't think that that's really a spoiler. It's a 150-year-old book. So ultimately, I think that's why they can have a happily ever after, is because they are bringing out the best in each other. And third, I can't kind of not include this. I just love the proto-feminism in this book. I just can't help it. The monologues and speeches that Jane has that show the depth of her character and the strength of her own sense of self and her own will were completely revolutionary for the time. So you'd had male characters who maybe showed this layer of depth and personal kind of self-actualization, whatever that means. But Jane Eyre really is an innovation in terms of plumbing the depths of a woman's psyche and seeing that as a valid exercise. And I mean, Lizzie Bennet certainly is a very well-rounded character. I'm not saying that there were no strong or well-rounded female characters in English literature prior to this. I'm just saying I think that Jane Eyre herself is a huge innovation on that front. So to that end, I feel like I have to read you my very favorite monologue from Jane Eyre, and if you don't want to listen, that's fine. But this every time I come to this part of the book, and I've read this book probably 30 or 40 times now, every time I come to this part of the book, I'm like, yes, bitch, work. Like, it is just such an amazing statement, in my opinion, of kind of what it means to have accountability to yourself and to your own moral code, regardless of what external forces are telling you. Let me just read it for you. So I won't give any context because it would be some spoilery stuff, but I think that this stands on its own. I care for myself. The more solitary, the more friendless, the more unsustained I am, the more I will respect myself. I will keep the law given by God, sanctioned by man. I will hold to the principles received by me when I was sane and not mad, as I am now. Laws and principles are not for the times when there is no temptation. They are for such moments as this, when body and soul rise in mutiny against their rigor. Stringent are they, inviolate they shall be. If at my individual convenience I might break them, what would be their worth? They have a worth, so I have always believed. And if I cannot believe it now, it is because I am insane, quite insane, with my veins running fire and my heart beating faster than I can count its throbs. Preconceived opinions, foregone determinations are all I have at this hour to stand by. There I plant my foot. I love that. So basically the reason that I love this book is because it's beautifully written. It has interesting, memorable characters. It has a plot that moves along at a nice clip. It has thematic and symbolic depth. It is based on ideas that are rooted in Augustine, basically. Like, this is sort of a play on the Augustinian sense of self and of self-will. There's just thousands of reasons why I love this book, but hopefully I kept that to be pretty short. If you haven't read it, try it. I know not everybody likes it. I can't say that I understand why somebody would not like this, but we all have different tastes. But I hope that you will give this one a try. So that's my review of Jane Eyre. It is a 7 unicorn book for me. It is a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads for me. It is basically my favorite book ever. If you have read Jane Eyre and you love it, let us know in the comments. If you've read it and you didn't love it, I guess I also want to know that too. But as always, like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye!